3 major reasons why you consider taking out teeth. Taking out teeth has happened for a long time. It has been used as a technique to help resolve deep decay, right? So when you got a giant cavity leading to infection, you get your tooth taken out. Or if your tooth breaks down and you don't try to fix it, then you get it taken out. Well, in orthodontics, we've been using extractions for a long time too. And you're like, well, why in the world would somebody ever recommend taking out teeth if it's healthy? Did you ask that before? Did your orthodontist tell you that, like, you know what? I think we should take out 4 premolars, and you're like, wah, wah, wah. Listen, it's not so crazy. And let me tell you why. And when you are visiting your orthodontist, maybe it's me, you can ask him, well, what's the purpose? What's your purpose? Like in Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the major reasons why you consider taking out teeth is because of crowding and the limits of your jaw bones. Take this for example, all right? This part right here, where all the teeth are sitting, the teeth rest in the alveolus. And then above that part, like, so this is the top teeth. Yes, there it is. These are the top teeth. This part right here, these gums right here, where the bones sit in, the roots, you can kind of see the root bumps, right? The root bumps are in top, that's the alveolus. Well, the alveolus, right, sits on top of a basal bone. Anyways, we're mostly gonna focus on this part right here, this part of the jawbone. Well, this part of the bone is a certain amount thick, from inside to outside, from here to here, here to here, right? It's a certain thickness. Same thing in the front, here to here. Well, if you've got lots of crowding, whenever you line up those teeth, how do you make space? How do you make space for something that's crowded? Let's say, okay, picture this. Let's say you've got a circle of people. Everybody is supposed to grab hands. You need to be in a perfect straight circle, all right? There's so many people. If you start the circle really small, what do people do? You gotta spread out so everybody can get in, right? You have to make space for everybody to make a perfect circle, all in line, holding hands. You gotta spread out. Well, with crowding, it's the same way. It's basically like a bunch of people trying to fit into this area, specific area. And the way that you do that is you gotta spread out. Well, as it relates to teeth, if you spread out, right, so much, there's so many people, so many teeth that need to spread out in order to fit other teeth in because you're so crowded, well, you could push your teeth to that outer limits of the bone right here, right? This outward portion, if you take these teeth and keep pushing it out, eventually going right outside the bone. And that is not healthy. Now, there are plenty of teeth. If you were to, uncover your gums here, there are plenty of teeth that you might notice have a little bit are poking through your bone. That means they've reached the outer limit and they're pushing through it. We're talking about the roots of the tooth. And it may not have a serious impact right away, but in theory, the most healthy position for the teeth is when all of the roots of the teeth are inside the bone and the tissue covers the bone. So crowding, severe crowding, you might consider taking out teeth to try and maintain the health of the teeth, the bone, and the gums. Reason number 2, why you might consider taking out teeth. Sometimes as people grow their teeth, this has actually been considered a variation of crowding, is teeth kind of stick out forward, right? These front teeth, they posture forward and they're leaning like that. Well, you can't see the bottom teeth, but it looks like the front teeth stick out. And how do you get those teeth to come back? Well, you can try to tip them back and hold the tooth in the same position, right? There's one way. And then the other way is where you actually pull back the whole tooth. Well, if you want to try and pull back teeth, you need space. So it is a very predictable way when if you have teeth that stick out, called protruded. Sometimes they call it bimax protrusion. If you have bottom teeth and top teeth that are out, the best way to get those back in a predictable fashion is by considering taking out teeth. More often than not, it's your first premolars on top and your first premolars on bottom, and then you take all that space. Now just picture it. You don't have a tooth there and you don't have a tooth there, and you have all this space. So you're gonna take these teeth right here with braces or bands, maybe screws. There's different techniques you can use, and you try to pull all these front teeth back. And when you do that, when you pull these teeth back, it's going to bring your teeth that are sticking out and tip them back more as you pull them back, reducing the protrusions. Sometimes people have lips that are really full, and so you pull those back and the lips can sink in. You get a softer profile. It's wonderful. All right, it can have great impact on the profile and overall appearance of the teeth. Some people get worried. It's like, well, why are you gonna take out teeth? What about the spaces? Well, I just said we're gonna use those spaces to pull the teeth back into. So when you take out teeth, orthodontists not usually gonna try and leave the space there. Why would they ever? Well, sometimes it can be hard to close the spaces, but most of the time you get all the spaces closed. Like I said, have a great impact on teeth that stick out, bringing them back. All right, so we've talked about 2 reasons. Severe crowding, maybe your teeth aren't forward, but severe crowding, and protruded teeth. Those might be reasons why you consider taking out teeth. Well, here's one more reason why. why. For you adults out there who've already finished their major growth spurt, people are talking out there about we keep growing, and that's true, but the greatest rate of growth happens when you're an adolescent, right? So you might continue your bones, everything continue to change as you get older and older, but it's never the same rate as when you go from being a 10-year-old little boy to a 15-year-old pre-man boy. Everything just changes. You get really tall, all those things. If you are past that point where you've hit your major growth spurt and you didn't take the opportunity to growth modify, check out our other videos, and you've got this overbite like this. We call it an overjet, right? Your top teeth stick out in front of your bottom teeth. We want your teeth like this, not this, this. If your teeth are way out here, all right, sometimes you consider surgery, but we're not talking about that here. If your teeth are way out here and you're past growth, well, you might consider taking out teeth. You're like, well, how would that fix it? Same concept. If you take out teeth just on the top, take teeth out on the top, now you've got all this space between here, and you're gonna take all these teeth and pull those back into position here. So if you can just picture that, right, we've got this, and then we take out those teeth on the side, like we said, then pull those front teeth back, and we essentially get this right here. You'll be missing teeth on the top, but your bite will fit together better. You'll get rid of the overbite. So sometimes you take out teeth to fix bites. There you have it. 3 major reasons why you consider taking out teeth. It's not crazy. Do you always have to take out teeth? No. There is a little window. Orthodontists vary how comfortable they feel. Certain amount of crowding versus, the low amount of crowding versus a lot of crowding. Most people are somewhere in between. And so it could go either way. And you just need to know so that you can ask your provider whether or not, or for what reason are we considering the extractions. And then if you feel like those reasons fit your needs or you're comfortable with those, then it could be a huge win for you. If you have a lot of crowding or protrusive teeth, or you didn't fix your bite when you were young and you might need to fix it with taking out teeth, now come find us. We're in McKinney and Texas. If you can't, I understand. Continue watching the channel. Share this video with your friends that might be looking or in the area, and they can come find us. Subscribe to the channel so that I can continue to open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth, sometimes extractions, and beautiful bites. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.